Yo, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be breaking down my first ever Muay Thai fight. Right, so let's get into it. Put it on 0.75 speed, just to you know what I'm saying. Yup. But- So in this moment right here, I'm thinking just come out strong, come out fast, combos. Right, I had just watched my guy get knocked out, so I'm like, okay, I have to prevent that from coming, and I have to go. Look at the feet. The feet are terrible. I see this bladed stance, and I immediately go to the leg kick. He fires back with a couple kicks. He has a very open guard. Very, very open guard. Right? So you'll see me through the course of this fight. Jesus. You'll see me through the course of this fight land my cross and my jab. You'll see me land a lot of straight punches. Right? He wasn't a very good clincher either. Right? Just a trip. Whatever. Right? But, yeah. Like, if you look here, a lot of times I'm ending off a lot of my combos with kicks, or I'm kicking while I'm comboing. You know what I'm saying? So it may be that outside leg kick. It may be a jab, cross, body kick, or even a knee. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't a very good clincher. Didn't really knee a lot. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of let me do what I wanted in the clinch when time came. So yeah, like, I'm just walking him down here, good entering into the void. You know what I'm saying? Good use of the jab to enter into the void. Very calm, real calm. You know what I'm saying? Real calm. You know, I gotta keep those punches a little bit tighter. And yeah, just gotta keep those punches a little bit tighter. More straight knees. Straight knees score big. You have to throw them. Ah, ah. As I'm watching this, what did I just throw here? What was that sequence? Right. What was that sequence? Walking him down. I mean, whenever I'm sparring and whenever I'm going, I know it may not look like it, but I have pretty good head movement and I have pretty good balance. So it's like, whenever my feet do get that narrow, it's never that big of a problem. You know? So I'm just purely thinking, okay, we have to walk him down. I'm not really thinking about my stance because I'm comfortable from both stances. I'm not a switch hitter, but I'm comfortable in both stances. So it's never a problem when I'm standing in orthodox. You know? So, alright, let's go back to the sequence. Outside low kick. Right? He backs off because I had a little spice on it. And then he goes inside low kick. Okay, whatever. It didn't have spice on it. I don't care. Then he long guards. And I'm still walking him down. He goes cross. I go jab. This is funny to look at. But then I go cross over top just to end it. Now, if you look at my feet here, and I mean specifically my lead foot, you never want to be on your heel. Okay, you always want to be on the ball. Or like that mid foot. As soon as you're on your heel, you're like kind of done for. Because if he followed up here instead of going back to the ropes, which was a terrible decision of him. If you look at my feet, if you watch my feet again, if you watch my feet again in this sequence, right? You watch where my weight goes, right? You see this as I'm throwing the cross. I kind of have to, reset my feet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm back on. But he's on the ropes, so it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter because he was on the ropes, right? But okay, look. Go jab cross. Right, it's a good jab cross. Right, we come. It's more of a jab to kind of like move the hand, kind of like move that hand or parry it down a little bit to then throw that cross over top, but it still lands anyway. It still lands anyway, and it rocks him. It not rocks him. It kind of, drops his shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Watch it again. Pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? Yup. And then you go elbow into the knee. You stall in the clinch. Shitty clincher. Open stance. Orthodox southpaw. That cross is going to be open a lot more. A lot of your rear side weapons are going to be open a lot more. Depending on, you know what I'm saying, whether it's open stance, I'm saying, yeah, like that inside low kick, that body kick, cross, rear elbow. Yep, and you just see him kind of working that jab, to get him a little bit, frustrated. And you'll see right here, just walking him down a little bit. Just walking him down, you know what I'm saying? Kind of throwing that probing jab out to kind of just hand fight a little bit. Just hand fight, you know what I'm saying? Just get that hand out there so I can squat down and throw that cross. That was a big thing I saw this round. After the first, I'm thinking, man, just whoop that kid's fucking ass, you know what I'm saying? Just whoop that kid's fucking ass. What was Coach saying to me? He was saying something. I don't even remember. Just breathe. I'm saying, yeah, okay, it's coming back to me now. He was like, just breathe. You did good first round. Yep. More straight knees. I think he said more kicks. I don't know. I only remember a certain bit. Whatever. Okay. Third round. Bang. So, coming out. Seeing the guard hasn't changed, but as you'll see through the course of the round, he slips a lot more with my shots. He slips and kind of uses his footwork to get around a lot more of my shots, but he never comes back with anything, right? He never usually comes back with anything. He always just circles to that mid. And I didn't really make that adjustment until the third round. But yeah, clinch, whatever. Clinch, whatever. Right. Wow, kick, check. Alright, just walking him down. Yeah, body work now. That was my biggest thing this round, was the body work. Kind of just slowing the game down, working that body a little bit more. What the fuck? He hammer fisted me. Yeah. I think a good thing I could have employed here was feints. Feints of the up top shots into the body work. Because yeah, the body work was working. It was useful. Cross hook, cross, knee, elbow. Right, hand fighting a little bit. Yep, coach is telling me to go. Oh my god, nice. Bang, bang, jab, cross, elbow. I'm tired here. I'm like, man, okay, whatever. I'm just thinking, man, I'm fucking gassed. cross. Check. Coach keeps on telling me to kick, but I'm seeing he's out of range, you know. Like I'm feeling he's just out of range and I'm just gassed. Wow, he's just dominating me now, bro. He's just dominating me now. And I'm not catching and parrying a lot of punches either, bro. I'm just elbow parrying this shit. Right, yeah. That jab is still working though. Because another thing about my jab is it's very non-telegraphed. It's very non-telegraphed, you know what I'm saying? I know watching it in slow motion you can sort of see the telegraph. But if I were to kick that shit up to full speed, you're not seeing it at all. You're very rarely seeing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, I need more cardio. Alright, whatever. I don't know what he was saying to me. I forgot at this point. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of months. Alright. Cool. Start of the third round, end of the third round. You guys are gonna see me make an adjustment here where it's like game is a lot more slow for me. Game is a lot more slow and methodical because I know I won the first and I know the second was close. Looking back, it wasn't, but I thought the second was close. So my game is gonna be a lot slower, a lot more methodical, a lot kick heavy. You know, kick heavy and effective body shots. You know, effective body shots. Yep, kick. Kick. Finally using my defense. Finally using my defense to get me out of these situations. Coming back, at least returning with a little bit. Yep, kick. Because after a while, I was seeing he was slipping my cross. So I'm like, kick. Just kick him. Can't slip a kick. You know, yeah. Clincher still working. Horrible clincher. Like I said, clinch worked all 3 rounds. Could have won the fight off of purely clinching. Didn't want to. Did not want to. Yep, just kick. Just kick him, yep. Yep, just kick him. Just walk him down. Jab, jab, jab. Cross. See, the cross wasn't fucking working. Cross was not fucking working, so just kick. You know, that's a fucking other thing. I'm saying, just kick. And then the elbow was, oh my god. Watch this. Watch this. There's going to be a sequence where I get him up on the ribs, and it's going to be jab up top, cross body. He's going to fold. I think it's right here. Or no. Maybe a little bit later. It's definitely a little bit later. And I'm just fucking tired here. You guys can tell, but I'm just fucking tired. He's telling me to kick, so I kick. I'm trying to elbow. I just gotta get away. Because at this point, bro, it's a time and I'm thinking I won, bro. I'm thinking I won, so I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this? But he's just, yeah, bro. He's whooping my ass with them teeps, so I gotta keep on going. Crossbody, folds. Folds, folds, folds. And then I turn that shit back on after that. Yeah, bro. Bow. Get off of me, kid. Low kick, yeah. I mean, come on, hit it. Hit it. Yeah, it's whatever. Alright, yep, and then that's it. That's it, blah blah blah. This handsome fella. Fuck no, kid, put your fucking hand down. Wow. I've already forgot what he looks like. Already forgot what he looks like. Put your fucking hand down. That's all me. Yes. Yes. I did it. I did it. Yeah, good stuff. Alright. Cool. That's it. Had some notes here, had some questions that I was gonna say. Basically, just who controlled, like, a couple questions and why my answers were my answer. Who controlled center ring? It was me, I think, as you guys can see. And a thing that helped me control center ring more often than not, was this jab. Like, there's a lot of sequences in here where I throw my jab to kind of probe. Oh, not it. But I kind of throw my jab to, like, probe, hand fight, and, like, kind of set him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, set him up in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go back to that jab crossbody sequence. Where the fuck is it at, bro? It's fucking here somewhere, bro. It's fucking here somewhere. I think it's like right here. Yeah. But we go back to that jab crossbody sequence. This doesn't work. This whole sequence does not work if that jab is not properly established and I'm not making him circle around me on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? That sequence does not work if that jab is not established. Because then you watch and you see that cross go to the body. You see me really load that bitch up and it hurts him. It hurts him. He's fucking petrified. And I'm just thinking, get it on him now. Get it on him now. And I wish I would have. That's another thing. I also have the ability to just hammer it on people, and I do from time to time just hammer it on people, and I don't know why I didn't do it here, because I wasn't that tired. I wasn't that tired to the point where I couldn't hammer it on and, look for the TKO or the finish or whatever, you know, but yeah, I control center ring purely because of my jab, a good jab takes you a long way, right? Did I cut off the ring or trap my opponent? I guess you could say yeah. I, uh, I pride myself in having a good jab. So I guess you could say I cut off the ring with my jab, my kick, and then my cross throughout that first round. Like, he would just kind of walk into my cross. He would kind of just go left, so I hit you with a cross. You go right, I hit you with a cross. Did I trap him? Probably not intentionally, but yes. You know. Um, Goals at long, medium, short range. Goals at long range were probably just to establish the jab and the kick. The jab, cross. Just establish that jab, that cross. Establish that kick a little bit. I didn't really throw a lot of teeps. I don't throw teeps a lot because it's just bullshit. I just bullshit. Um, Medium. Guess yeah, get in there, get gritty, hooks, cross, knees, clinch range. Just get points. You know what I'm saying? Get points. I know the side knees weren't really doing it, but get points. Elbow, do damage. You know what I'm saying? Damage, stall. Things that I'm good at. Favorite shots at each range. Favorite shot at long range is definitely a jab. In this fight. Yeah, medium range kick, clinch, elbow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Defensive moves to get out of situations. I guess, yeah, more so that, like, L step. That L step, if you look back in a couple of these sequences, there's definitely times where he would throw and I would kind of just L step out of danger. Maybe not this one. I kind of just fucking walk back. But yeah, there's some times where I kind of got defensively irresponsible. But yeah, sometimes I would kind of just L step out of danger. And yeah, see, L step right there. L step to control center ring. You know? I gotta work on my footwork a little bit more. Footwork is kind of shitty. Footwork is very shitty. Wow, what the fuck is wrong with my cross? Cross is fucking terrible. I throw the goddamn Hajime no Ippo cross. What the fuck? um, gaps in my opponent. Defensive gaps. I was seeing. So let's check the third round. Check the third round. This is our most peak. Second round. Low guard. He had a very low guard. Like throughout the whole fight, I mean, you can see his guard is very low. His guard is very low, and he wasn't throwing a lot of kicks. You know what I'm saying? So he's very susceptible to uppercuts, and he wasn't a very good clincher. So he's very susceptible to long knees. Long knees. And I'm sure if I mixed in feints with the jab, he'd be way more susceptible to body shots. Which is like, you know how it goes. Notes. Do you guys have any notes for me? Drop some comments down below of things that you would like to see next or notes that you may have for me. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.